Hello, welcome to Introduction to Oceanography. My name is Dr. Sarah Dilling. I am your professor this semester. I want to take just a few minutes to introduce you to the course homepage and kind of where to get started this semester, especially during the first week. So as you can see on the screen, this should look very similar to what your screen looks like when you log into Canvas. This is the course homepage. You can first see here in the very middle of your screen, every week I try to change this heading to kind of give you an idea of what's important for the week, what chapter we're working on, and what will be due. So this is the first week. What you're going to work on this week will be these first week activities. I have a whole page to kind of show you what needs to be done and some of the activities that should be done this week. If you scroll on down, you can kind of see how the home page is set up. If you want to download a copy of the syllabus, which I highly suggest you download it, print it, read through it, and keep the calendar for your own reference, you can do so by clicking on this link here. It'll open up a PDF and you'll have a copy of the syllabus. This next option is for textbooks. The textbook for this class can be kind of complicated because you have all kinds of different options. If we were to click on it, it'll open up a page that's been dedicated to telling you about the textbook. There is another little video that has been made along with a PDF to actually see the video, the PowerPoint presentation of what that video is showing. Essentially, you have a textbook, Essentials of Oceanography, 11th edition. Okay, you can buy the physical copy of the textbook or have electronic text through Pearson directly. You also have to get the Mastering Oceanography Access Code. Mastering Oceanography is a program made by Pearson, the book publisher, and this is where all of your quizzes and your labs are located. You have different options for getting the textbook and the access code. You can see here I have 3 different options for you. You can buy a package from the FSW bookstore. It'll give you a hard copy textbook, your e-text, and your access code. All right, this can only be purchased from the FSW bookstore and it's $222. You can buy just the Mastering Oceanography access code with the e-text. So you will not have a physical textbook. You will have an electronic reader where you can see the textbook. You can purchase this from the FSW bookstore for $102 or directly through Canvas for $80, and I'll show you how to do that. If you still want a hard copy of the textbook, you can go buy a used one. It doesn't even have to be the 11th edition. If you can find the 10th edition for even cheaper, that's completely okay. Or your third option is to only buy the access code. This can be done through Mastering Oceanography directly. It costs $35. You will not get the e-copy of the textbook or a physical copy of the textbook. The textbook is required, so you'll have to go out and purchase a copy of the physical textbook. But that's definitely an option for you. Okay, and here it'll kind of tell you how to buy it directly from Pearson, which I can show you real quick in this video. If you were to click on the assignments link right here, it'll bring you to the Pearson website. If you bought your textbook and access code from FSW directly, you would click access code and enter the code that was given to you. If you want to purchase it directly from Pearson electronically, you would click on Buy Now. This first option is giving you the e-textbook, so electronic version of the textbooks, and the code for Mastering Oceanography, $80. $35 is only the code, so you'll still be responsible to go out and purchase the physical textbook. But either option is completely okay. Just know with this second option for $35, you do have to go somewhere, or Amazon or a bookstore locally, and purchase Essentials of Oceanography yourself. But that's definitely an option for you. Once you do, then it'll let you into Mastering Oceanography, where you can take your quizzes and your lab activities. So if we go back to the home page and scroll back down to kind of where we were, This link right here will give you a direct access to the modules list. You can also access the modules by clicking on this link up here. The modules are where you work step by step through the chapters and the activities per week, where you'll see your guiding questions, where the PowerPoint presentations are located, where your lab links are located, quiz links, discussion links, anything that's going on for that chapter, this is where you can find it. So if we were to click on it, all right, it'll bring you to the module section. If you start with this very first heading, Orientation and Introduction to Oceanography, there's a couple things you can do. One, if you click it, it'll close that area. So say as you're working down, you finish chapter 1, you can close it and it becomes a much smaller area for you to have to work with. Okay, so that's a nice little trick to kind of keep your module section all closed up. Makes things a little easier to navigate. So you can kind of do that as you go through. So for the very first week, I want to focus on Orientation and Introduction to Oceanography. You'll go through, you'll read each one of these sections. If we were to open them, okay, you go through, you read all of the information, you go down to the bottom of the page and you hit next. It'll bring you through every single section that you need to read and go through this very first week of class. You continue scrolling through it and it'll bring you to all of the activities that need to be completed for attendance verification. All right, so if we go back to modules real quick, because it kind of takes a long time to go through all that information, here are the activities that are required for you to get attendance verification. They're pretty easy, pretty quick. Quizzes, a Canvas orientation quiz to make sure that you read all the information about Canvas. Syllabus quiz to make sure that you read the syllabus and you understand it. A little survey so I kind of understand the population of students that I have this semester. And Intro to Multimedia in Mastering Oceanography. This will tell me that you did access Mastering Oceanography, you got your textbook, and you're able to get the computer up and running to get into the program. So with that being said, let me go back to the home page and scroll down. All right, if you really focus on this very first activity, first week activities, it'll bring you to a page that kind of has everything laid out of what you need to do the very first week of class. Print your syllabus, purchase your textbook, set up your computer to run Mastering Oceanography. You'll see that when you hover over these, it'll show a link. There's a whole page set up to help you work through that. Read and complete the assignments in Orientation and Introduction module, which we went through, and here are those 4 assignments for your attendance verification. All right, this part is very important. There are a lot of students, I get lots of emails every single semester that when they open up Mastering Oceanography, they have a blank white page. That's a problem with your browser not being set up to talk to Mastering Oceanography, or what it's actually doing is blocking the content because it believes it's unsafe. It's a very common problem. If you go through all these steps on this page, it'll help you get all of your software and browsers set up so that you can run Mastering Oceanography. If you are still having a problem, Pearson has a 24/7 help chat that they can help you, but make sure that you tell them that you're accessing Mastering through a custom Canvas course, not through the online website. All right, a custom Canvas course. FSW help, online help, they cannot help you. I would highly suggest contacting Pearson directly. All right, so if you start having problems, this is kind of the website that's going to help you get through that. Let me see what other information might be important. It's very first week of class. Again, read through the syllabus. It'll tell you all about the different assignments and how the class is set up. That's for a completely different video. Right now, this is going to just get you started this first week with the website. If we continue scrolling down, you'll see the calendar for the semester, and this is just another version of the same calendar, depending on which one you like. Right now, I only have chapters 1 through 4 set up for you to have access. The midterm covers chapters 1 through 4. After that, we'll do chapters 5 through 9. So right now, all I have open is those first 4 chapters so that it wasn't completely overwhelming with all of the work and all of the chapter activities. So if you have any questions this first week, please feel free to email me. You can email me at sarah.dilling@fsw.edu. You can also go to your module list, click on Dr. Dilling, and it'll give you the contact information. If you email me through Canvas, it not only emails my Canvas account, it will also email my regular email account. That's kind of the best way to get a hold of me so that I get 2 different notifications. I also suggest that you set your notifications in Canvas so that any announcements that I make or emails I send out through Canvas go to your preferred email. That way you're always on top of any sort of communication going on with the class. If you have any questions, shoot an email to me. I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. Have a wonderful first week.